Hi, I'm Scott,
And I'm Luke.
and we're Android guys.
Give us 5 to 10 minutes of your day
And we'll tell you about a product or service
or an app that you might be interested in.
in just a moment. Endless conversation starters in a box.
Hey, Scott, what are we talking about today?
I don't know what to talk about.
Ooh,
You like that?
yeah.
That's a little segue into today's topic.
Topic.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I that's probably a record for the earliest segue into the talking point.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you know I was going to do that?
I didn't. You completely surprised me.
I pulled a U.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So today's topic is one of those things that is not smart, not plugged in. It's off the grid. It is just one of those things that you wouldn't expect when you think about a site that covers smartphones, gadgets, tech, things like that.
Right.
But it's one of those things where you look at it and go, hey, I really like this.
Yeah, it's just cool.
And I think a lot of people would really like this if they knew that it existed.
Right.
So let's take a quick break, and then we will get into the topic of table topics.
Love it. Scott, we are talking about table topics.
Yes.
What are table topics?
Table topics can be anything.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine this. This is I'm going to take you to a place you probably forgot about.
Okay.
We're going to do a regional mixer where we're going to bring different stores are going to get together, and we're going to just kind of get to know each other. We're going to do some icebreaker conversations.
Yeah. I know who put this all together.
Yeah. This is a okay, so let me back this up. When you get into situations like that and you have people you don't know,
yeah,
or you're like, hey, I'm going to bring some friends together. I think you'll really like him.
Right.
What are we going to talk about? We're sitting around eating. Let's get to know each other.
Yep.
What are some things we can do to discuss to kind of get, drop that uncomfortable, awkward thing?
Yeah. If you're the host in this situation, most of the time you kind of have to plan the evening, plan the conversation.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to go, okay, what are some things that I could maybe bring up?
Oh, these guys have never met.
Right.
I'm the only thing that they have in common.
Right.
They don't know anything about each other, but I bet you they probably would like this.
Right.
So
I know this person likes this, and I know that person also likes this.
Yep.
How do I bring them together in a way? Enter table topics.
Enter table topics. This is a box of cards that are literally one card, one topic.
Yes.
And they are really pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we got 2 kits or sets here. I think one is at home.
Yeah.
We've got one here at the office, and you're going to pull a couple of questions out of there.
Okay.
But there are all kinds of topics to choose from.
Yeah. The one we got is kind of like a general, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the one...
I'm sorry. No, it's best things ever.
Best things ever. That's right.
Yes.
And then this one here is geek.
Yes.
Pop.
So best things ever would be things where you might ask, hey, what is the most entertaining reality TV show? Which band do you wish would get back together?
Yeah.
These are things that you're like, oh, that's the best. Like, what show had the best finale? I'm throwing out a generic one, but these are the things where you're like, I've got an opinion on this.
Right. And I think that's the cool thing about these table topics. It's not what is the right answer. It's just, here's the question. Let's start a conversation.
Yeah. And they're really like under the best thing. There's what's the best deal you've ever received?
Yeah.
That opens up
so many.
Yeah. 5 people are sitting there thinking about 5 completely different situations.
Right.
Which sport is the most fun to watch?
Right.
Who's the best boss you've ever had? Like, you could spend an hour on some of these topics.
Yeah.
If everybody's talking. So, they're $25 a box.
Uh-huh.
And in each kit, you get, I believe, 135 cards.
Yeah, and they're like kind of the size of a Post-it, but it's on thicker cardstock.
Yeah, like this is the kind of thing, what is that, like an acrylic box?
Yeah.
And this is the kind of thing that you would just put up with your board games or put on a shelf or sit on your coffee table.
Honestly, I would just leave them out.
Yeah, like if somebody stops over to have coffee or whatever, just pull a card out and ask them, hey, random question. Which comedian makes you laugh until your sides hurt? Like,
yeah.
Oh, no, I've never thought about that.
The thing I think about, like another way this could be used is if you are a person that is talking to the public a lot. Like, for instance, if you were a hairstylist, or a barber, or if you were a somebody that, like a shoe shiner, or
if you're a content creator, you just go around with your phone all day.
Yeah, and
today's question is this,
and you pull up a question, you pull out a card, and you go, okay, this is going to be my question that I ask everybody today.
Yes,
they don't see each other, but I see this. All these different people.
Yep. Here's
my question to start conversations.
And there are so many different categories that you can buy. So like we talked about the best things ever, but you also have savor. You've got original. There's family, teen, couples, happiness, dinner party. Question would be like, what movie made you laugh until you cried? What's your favorite car of the last 3 decades? Like,
wow,
these are all the things you're like, ooh, let me.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So we have in front of us the geek one.
Yes.
All right. We won't spend 20 minutes talking about these, but what are some of the questions you're pulling out there?
Well, the first question I pulled out is it got like real serious real fast.
Uh-oh.
The first question was, do you believe we're alone in the universe?
Okay. So that's a very interesting topic.
Right.
That you could, depending on who's sitting around with you.
Yeah.
You just say it. Okay.
Yeah, and I think what I like is these are not set up as a debate question.
Yeah.
It's not a let me tell you why my opinion is the best. It's just a what do you think about this? So another question, have you been to any midnight movie releases?
Yes.
Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle do you identify with most?
See, these are great.
Yeah.
Now these are the geek ones.
Yes.
So
they're all bent a little bit towards, that geek culture.
What was we looked at a couple of days ago was which Harry Potter house would you be?
Yeah.
Which was one of them, like which spaceship is the best? Like sci-fi ship is the best?
Yep. Which class do you favor in Dungeons and Dragons? Have you attended a comic convention?
Yeah. And these are so open-ended.
Yeah.
That, so these are, I would definitely recommend this thing for $25.
Yes.
This
absolutely.
is hours of conversation.
Right.
If I have a coffee shop, I'm getting a couple of these, and
absolutely,
I've got people sitting at my table for
even these would be a perfect thing. Let's say you do have a coffee shop. Just write this on a whiteboard. Write one of these questions on the whiteboard and just say, or like on the tip jar.
Yep.
Sometimes you see those like little poles or something.
Yeah.
Just, would you rather have the power to shrink or the power to expand?
These are the things that you ask on social media to get engagement too.
Yes, absolutely.
These are cheat ways.
$25 for
clout
content.
Yeah, you got all kinds of categories.
Yeah.
I think these are really cool.
I love these things.
Yeah, this is something that now I need to find people in my life.
Yeah, now you just need friends.
Yeah, that's the rub, right? TableTopics. These are really cool. The case that they come in, you just take the top off, and
it's
like cards that you would pull out of a board game or something.
Yeah,
they're nice quality, and each of them has its own design, distinct look to them.
Yep,
and so I definitely recommend these, and I think they're a pretty cool gift idea.
Absolutely,
for people.
Yeah,
So, TableTopics.
Yeah, you can find more at TableTopics.com.
I think that's about as many times as we can say that word.
I think you're right.
Thanks for listening. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.